Hey everybody, today we have the Garmin Montana and we have the Garmin Monterra, and we're going to take a look at some of the physical differences between these two GPS units. The Montana is the one on the right, the Monterra is the one on the left. To start with, both of these units have the same size screen. They both have a 4-inch screen measured on the diagonal, although the screen of the Monterra does appear to be a little bit larger, even though it's not. There's a couple reasons for that. Number one, the Monterra is a taller GPS than the Montana. Number two, the Monterra has a lowered bezel while the Montana does not. So what that means is that if you swipe across the screen of the Montana, the end there is raised. So you're going to run into that edge of the screen right there. The Monterra doesn't have that. You can swipe all the way off the screen. You're not going to run out of room until you get to the very end of the GPS. So that does appear to make it look a little bit larger. As I mentioned, the Monterra is slightly taller. It's about 1/4 of an inch taller than the Montana, but the other dimensions are going to be the same. The width of these two units is identical, as is the thickness, and I'll show that to you from the other side. So all the other dimensions are the same except for the height. Both of these units have these gold pins on the side. Here they are on the side of the Montana. Here they are on the side of the Monterra. And those are power connectors for use with the powered Garmin mount. So because they both have those connections on them, and because these two units are the same width and the same depth, you can use the Garmin-made mounts for the Montana with the Monterra, like this one, which is the Garmin Auto-Powered Suction Cup mount. You can use this in your vehicle, originally designed for the Montana, and here's what that looks like in this mount. Fits in there just fine. But you can also, if you want, use the exact same mount with the Monterra. And there's other mounts like this. You have the Garmin Auto-Powered Friction mount, which uses the same cradle. You have the Garmin Marine mount, which uses a similar cradle. You even have a mount like this, which is the cradle portion of the Garmin handlebar mount. Now, this is not a powered mount, but what it is a very good, very secure handlebar mount, which you can use on your bicycle with the Montana or with the Monterra. Now, because the Monterra is a little bit taller than the Montana, unfortunately, you are not going to be able to use the RAM cradle interchangeably. So this is the RAM-HOL-GA46 RAM mounts custom cradle for the Montana. And as you can see, it is a very snug, very secure fit in there. The Monterra does not fit into this cradle quite as well. The bottom fits in all right, the sides fit in okay, but the top part is just not going to fit in. The Monterra is too tall, so unfortunately this cradle will not work, even though the Garmin cradles and mounts will. So that is a quick look at some of the physical differences between the Garmin Monterra and the Garmin Montana.